All right, guys, I am working StreamYard. You see how I'm practicing banners and trying to stream in dual places. I'm here on YouTube and streaming on Twitch. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we're having the conference coming up soon. I just worked on that banner, putting it up there for a second, and the scroll. And before I take that scroll off at the bottom, just wanted to let you guys know that tickets for our conference are free, and we're going to be providing resources and giveaways that day. But more than that, we're going to have a wonderful time talking about Jesus and writing all day long. And we've got HarperCollins Publishing, Nancy Nagel, Lauren LeRae, Lydia LeRae. We have Riley Cross. We've got so many people. Allison Hendricks and Pooja Chillakuri. I could keep on and on talking about the people that have donated their time for a conference. Well, if we're giving a free conference, they're giving away their time and their expertise in the field. How can we turn that down? So block your calendars for August the 22nd. Go to Eventbrite and grab a seat, because once you get one of those free tickets, then that allows us to communicate with you about the behind the scenes and how everything's happening and where you're going to go to see everything when we make all of our final logistics go through. But go get your ticket, because that also includes you in the day raffles. And we have to give away some Pro Writing Aid subscriptions. And guys, I'm telling you, thank you to Pro Writing Aid for being one of our sponsors. That in and of itself, BookBrush and StreamYard. So we have 3 sponsors right now. I'm still working on sponsorships. I think it's important to allow not only audience members to have this free access pass for everything for the day, but why not be able to collect some goodies for them and to be able to share our love and to share the companies that we love to use with other people. So you don't see the StreamYard up in the corner anymore, because I did upgrade to the basic plan. That's why I'm streaming on 2. If I go the next step and I go to the professional brand, professional one, I'm going to hit 5 streaming opportunities at once. But I'm not sure if we need that for the conference. We're still talking about where would be the best place to house everything. And y'all, I'm telling you, I got to admit, I'm liking some Twitch. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it could be a great platform for people to find our writing community. And there's so many creative people out there, and they just might need a place. They just haven't found Jen Lowry Writes yet. And I want to tell you kind of like what my setup is like. I've got my journal here with me always. I think that's really important to always have by me as I'm writing, because I could be like, oh, I've got to do something. Until like last night when I was in the writing group meeting for WWJs, my friend Ann was like, oh, and you haven't set up an Instagram account for the conference yet. I'm like, you know what? Sure haven't. So that becomes a part of my to-do list for today, is to set that Instagram up. I'm planning on doing these sprints for an hour, just to let you guys kind of know ahead of time what the time frame is going to look like. And then at 7 o'clock, I'm off and have to jump right into my work day. So this is me in pajamas without coffee. I just have water. Didn't have time this morning. Did not want to wait. Wanted to get on and start talking to you guys and getting ready to write. So yesterday I talked about PitMad. PitMad was going on. If you don't know about Pitch Wars, I really suggest for you as a writer, if you are querying or looking for a literary agent in the future, to go ahead and find Pitch Wars online. Look at the calendar and mark your calendar settings to remind you to go off so you can get your pitch war in, pitching. And so I did Pit Match yesterday. I didn't get any hits on it, but it was still fun. I did Pit Dark a few weeks ago, and I got hits on Bad to the Bone. And so it's out for agency review right now. And while it's sitting there out in somebody's inbox waiting to be read or with this agent, I'm editing Bad to the Bone. And I'm using a technique that Kate DiCamillo talks about in one of her tips. Now, Kate DiCamillo is one of my favorite authors, and I follow her Facebook channel. If you have not followed her author Facebook channel, it's really good. She puts up tips. I love writing tips, not only for myself to investigate and research what's out there and what's going on in the writing community and how can I apply it to my life, but I also understand the value of tips and being able to take those in and tell and share later with other people. And so that's what I'm doing with you guys. I'm sharing this tip that I heard from her. And she said, just rewrite. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Rewrite? You mean I've already written Bad to the Bone? Should I try this? Let's see. And so that's exactly what I've been doing. And I'm using Jamboard. So it's a very great visual tool to help me have all my sticky notes digitally all in one place. And last night, I can quickly look now and kind of go over and review without having to pull up the manuscript. I'm looking at my screen, looking at the Bad to the Bone Club right now and Jamboard. And chapter 11 was 1248 and chapter 12 was 937. And so I wrote that yesterday during a writing sprint last night with you guys. And that is the benefit for me with these writing sprints. If I'm trying this new strategy and I'm needing to rewrite, and I could do 2 rounds and get 2185 in there, that's some great productivity for me. I was working a chapter a day pretty much in my sprints. But now I'm getting close to the end. I'm going into chapter 13. And that's, sorry, just 5 more chapters to go. So if I could actually do 2 chapters today, 2 Saturday, and then 1 on Sunday, I would be finished with my next round in my editing process with Bad to the Bone. Now, Bad to the Bone is not going to be published until March 2021, but I'm in this phase of editing it so that way I can get it out to beta readers and I can get my editor and that can get some behind the scenes things done. So I do want as polished of a copy as I can. So you're going to hear me editing Bad to the Bone or jumping into the Fae of Averly on some days. The Fae of Averly comes out February 2021, and it has already went through the first 7 chapters of beta reads. But I'm going to have more opportunities for betas once I get that one done. And once we get into the summer, my teacher friends, I'm going to say, hey, can I hit you up for a beta read? And some of the parents that I know that have children that can work those. Okay, let's see. I'm closing out my Facebook. We're talking about Save the Cat right now. I don't know if you guys have done those, any of those writing books where they try to teach you different types of forms and pace. I've never done Save the Cat. You can get the Save the Cat template and kind of review it and see what it's like. You can listen to other people do YouTube about it. AuthorTube is great for that. And see if that's something you would want to invest in. But I'm going to pull it up on Amazon really quick because I probably won't tell you that Save the Cat is still probably a bestseller. Save the Cat. Yeah. By Blake Snyder. Still a bestseller. Screenwriting one is a bestseller. Okay, Save the Cat writes a novel. Tons of 5-star reviews. 677 5-star reviews. Yeah. Number 2 in study and teaching reference. Number 4 in fiction writing. 3 in fiction writing. And number 4 in academic and commercial writing. And it was published in 2018. So that lets you know. So it says that, okay, it says that if I buy it on Kindle, I can earn a $3.25 credit to spend on your next great on Kindle book. I'm not seeing that banner over there. I do buy a lot of Kindle books now. Right. Never seen that little banner. What is great on Kindle books? Plus, earn more with this Kindle purchase. Credit will automatically be applied to your next qualifying ebook purchase. And it doesn't apply to Audible, Phooey. Wow. That's cool. So then I can just take that $10.49 and subtract $3.25, and that'll let me know how much that book would be for me. It will be $7. But I'm wondering if I went to Overdrive, would Save Your Cat Writes a Novel be in the library too? I always like to check the library systems for books too. I'm reading Spiderwick Chronicles. Just finally got that one off of a hold. I had to wait a while for that one. I started it last night. Love the way it started. Oh my gosh, Holly Black in a bookstore giving a book signing. That's just like, what? Is this part of the book? And I'm like, it's precious. I love stuff like that, guys. Okay, I'm noticing, I'm trying to look at settings here. This whole green screen thing, every time I move, I see the WWJ on my face. So I'm moving it back to none. I noticed it last night. I was putting my coffee up, and it said WWJs across it. But I was like, is that messing with like anything, like with any other movement? So I did go and move that. But while I'm writing, I want to share, before I start, I do want to share with you guys about Furious Fiction, because today is the day. Okay, I'm going to put Furious Fiction up in the chat. Let's see, what did I just open up? I might have just opened up Twitch or something. See, I'm learning all this stuff. Okay, I'm posting Furious Fiction into the chat. It's this weekend. It has a timer, so it's not like you're gonna lose sight of when it's due. So there's 2 days and 3 hours and 50 minutes and 34 seconds to submit a story. And it is a free entry. You have to write up to 500 words for $500. And I love it because it gives you this prompt. And so each month it has a new prompt. Your story's first and last words must begin with a J. I already know the first word. Your story must include a game being played. Now, it could be a metaphorical game. That could be a card game. That could be a basketball game or Sinister Ball. I don't talk about that. Your story must include the phrase miss or missed a boat. And if anything appears open to interpretation, then go for it. So I know I have to use miss the boat somewhere. If you don't, then it's like disqualified. So, and then hashtag that thing, Furious Fiction, on Twitter. Let people know about it. In fact, I'm going to jump on over to Twitter. My Jen Lowry writes. I'm going to say, who's doing Furious Fiction this weekend? Who's doing? While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to do me and a GIF. And then I love, let's see. I'm doing poo. And then
And I love Pooh, guys. If you have never read Pooh, please do. Just today. It'll make you smile. And I want you to smile today. That's one thing. Sometimes we just need a break from our brain, and I find that escape, not only just movies and The Mentalist and things that I love to watch, but just finding a fun book, just a book just to breathe in. Don't have to be so serious all the time. And I worked 17 hours yesterday. I calculated that. And because I was streaming and I had a large cup of coffee, it was really hard for me to go to bed last night. It was like, maybe if I'm doing a night stream, I can get me a cup of tea because I love me a good cup of tea with lemon. I don't think that gigantic coffee mug was a good idea. It might be a good idea now, but was not a good idea last night at 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing definitely gonna be doing Fierce Fiction because it's as saying playing a game. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh, I can have a sweet potato promotion piece where I can write a 500 word. It's extending my story out, and I can give it as newsletter giveaways, and it's something else about one of the characters. It's not through Sweet Potato's eyes. And so that's what I love to do. I did one from Ray, which is Sweet Potato Jones' guy. I did one for Ray at one of the last ones. I did one for her brother. So I'm like, I'm thinking if I can do Ray and I can do Maze, who could I work with the ball today? It's probably going to be Bean. And then Sinister Ball is going to be through Bad to the Mom because that's what Benji plays. So I have created this wicked game of sports in Huntsville for my little middle grade comedy. So Sinister Ball's got to be some kind of crazy thing for my readers to experience. I know I can remember the first time that I was introduced to Quidditch. And I was like, man, you know what, J.K. Rowling? Like, you just outdo yourself all the time. And to know how many times the word Quidditch has fallen from head out mouth out into the universe, people say now they have Quidditch team games. My son is going off to college, and they have the Quidditch club, and they play, and they have sports that they actually play it in college, and they compete nationally. And I'm like, man, love it so. You just don't know how much I love to know that fictional world has captured not only my heart and my son's heart. Sam loves him some Harry Potter, but just the world. And I just love that. That's what fiction can do. And it makes me smile. And we're talking about motivation today. What motivates us to keep going? This life is fun. And it brings happiness to me. So I'm happy reading Spiderwick Chronicles. And I'm happy being on here with you and about to do this writing. And so we're about to get started because that's what it's all about. But I've told you about Pitch Wars and Fierce Fiction. So now we're ready to start writing. Let's go. Setting my timer. I'm going back over to one of my strategies of color coding. Timer set. Ready to go. going back and looking at my chapter headings. I closed that chapter out. It seemed like it was stopped a little bit more abrupt, so I actually didn't get into chapter 13 yet. Okay, now I'm going back. It's so cold. Okay, y'all. I have my soggy here. I'm serious. I'm cold. I'm gonna put this joker on. And you about to write with me in my snuggie. Oh gosh. Yes, food and all. Gosh, I'm freezing up here. Girl. See, I'm distracted. I can't write when I'm that cold.
Okay. Oh, absolutely silly. Welcome to Jen Lauer Writes.
I'm going to search and find. I'm not done with that one. He's singing a song. I love writing songs in my books. Oh my gosh, Mr. Hubert is singing. So I don't know about you guys, but doing a book study is another great tip. And I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed the Roald Dahl book study that I did. That gave me such freedom in my writing. Ray Bradbury really changed me, shaped me, because reading Fahrenheit did something to my soul. It's hard to say. It's not a good quick book review about how much I love Fahrenheit. It's The Hobbit and Fahrenheit. Well, the Bible first, then The Hobbit, then Fahrenheit. They're my favorite books ever. They just did something to me. The Hobbit made me smile internally, forever, forever. We're rereading it right now with homeschool. My son wanted to read it again. How can you say no to that? But we closed out the year, so we have it still hanging out there. But we'll pick it back up in the fall. But those books, they change you. And when you do study and you research as a writer, you can learn so much, but you can also let go of so much. And that's what happened with me with Roald Dahl. I let go, and I can say patootie in a song if I want to, and that's okay. And I can write a song and put it in there if I want to, because I don't know about you guys, but if you haven't read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there'll be some breaking out songs here. I do need to italicize this stuff. There was never a lady so finer as Miss Portia Mumming from her Hines. Her loveliness can't be defined. Patience of Job. Put up with my patootie. Her dance. We paint the town with orbs. Watch the meteors. Okay, I finished the song. And then they say, I'm just in time to catch Journal before she let it fall to the grass. I wanted to finish this up. Okay. Apparition.
Okay. I am writing away, still sprinting. I'm hoping that you guys are doing well. I did not time it, but I see that it's at 48 minutes. I have to just keep going. Go and get that. I'm very productive in the morning. I have 4 more minutes on the clock. I hope you guys are writing and being productive this morning and starting off your day just with gratitude and thankfulness. I know I am. Okay,
I just finished it, and then I started the first sentence of the next chapter. So now I'm on chapter 14. Before I close out, I like to do my word counts and just see how this one's looking. I did make a spot here where I need to go and make a resume. So it is going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to the tools and Google Docs. 1492. All right, so I'm going to move over back to the Bone Club. 1492. So I got from that one, which is great because the last one was 900. And so now this next one that I'm writing needs to be shorter. That one was more high intensity, but an easier one. It was easy to relax in that moment of that one. So I might need to change this color to blue. I'm actually color coding things. So that chapter, I made it a little softer this time around with the song. I love the song edition. Love it. I'm not changing that. I'm going to go back because I had 937, but I did add a few words here. So when I started off the morning, let's see what it ended up being. Yeah, 987. Not much more. So I'm going to go in 87. I just added 50 more. All right, so with this rewrite, I'm at 15,765. So that's total so far for this rewrite. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more chapters to go. If I stay with my original 17 chapter outline, I have the 4 more. So we'll see. I might jump on later, guys, for another write-in. I finished this one chapter. I feel like I can start the day with all of this out of my head. Being able to do these quick bursts like this, I love it. And I love having you here with me. So thanks for joining me here at Jen Lowry Writes. Follow. And that way, if I am jumping back on later to get into my next chapter, which is chapter 14, you'll be able to do a new writing sprint with me. So, and we can chat. So I hope that you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. And I have tons of meetings today for work. So I need to go get my coffee and get this Friday going. Okay. That means I'm off. Bye, guys.